guys, from Fanatic here, and today I will be reviewing G1 Supercard 2019. So without further ado, let's get started. And we're starting things off on the pre-show as we had the Honor Rumble, which is basically Ring of Honor's version of the Royal Rumble. And this was pretty fun, but at the same time a bit confusing. And that's because I barely knew anyone on a Ring of Honor's undercard roster. Like, you had all these guys making their entrances from Ring of Honor, and I'm like, who? Yeah, I really wasn't watching much Ring of Honor back then. Anytime it was on TV, I would just turn it on, but, you know, I was always seeing, like, the main event guys. Like, I never saw really any of the undercard talent. Like, I only knew in this match, like, Cheeseburger, is that it? Yeah, there was, like, I guess there's, like, a couple more guys that I knew or have heard of, but for the rest of these guys who made their entrances in this match, I was like, I have no clue who the fuck you are. Even today, like, I've never seen them. Like, yeah, they just, like, vanished, so, yeah. Yeah, other than that, I had a pretty fun time with this match. The ending was cool until it wasn't. And the reason why I say that is because it came down, well, I thought it came down to Jushin Thunder Liger and the Great Muta as they were the final two in this match, and which got the crowd really excited too. And by the way, they were in Madison Square Garden for this show, which is really cool. So this was awesome, seeing Muta and Liger in the ring, about to go at it. But then Kenny King came in and then eliminated them both. So yeah, Kenny King was the first entrant in this match, but I'm guessing he rolled out very early on in this match, and then he came back and then eliminated them both. So yeah, a bit disappointing. But as you can see in this image here, then I have the Great Muta did the old mist to Kenny King, which got a good pop from the crowd, and for me too. That was a fun spot. So yeah, a really disappointing ending, but overall a pretty fun match. And for the opening match on the main card, we had a double championship match, as we had Will Ospreay defending his never upperweight championship versus Jeff Cobb, who was defending his ROH World Television Championship. And first off, this match being the opening match of the show is crazy. Like, good lord, this card is stacked. And secondly, this match was awesome, as expected. It was also pretty interesting to watch too, because, you know, these two were in United Empire, but actually, when did United Empire form? Actually, I don't know. It was in 2021. Or was it earlier than that? I'm not too sure, but yeah, pretty interesting matchup here. And these guys work so well with each other. I believe this was the first match I've ever seen these two have. I'm not sure if they've had other matches before, but yeah, Ospreay and Cobb worked so well together. And the ending was awesome. Jeff Cobb had a super tour of the islands from the middle rope, and then he hit his normal tour of the islands on Ospreay for the win. So yeah, this match was great. I recommend you guys check this one out. Oh, and by the way, this show is actually free on YouTube if you guys want to watch it. So yeah. And next up, we had ROH versus Dalton and Gasol. And just like the Honor Rumble, this was also disappointing, but even more disappointing, because this was basically a squash match. So what happened is that Dalton got distracted by a feather that the boys slipped in the ring, and ROH took advantage of that, and he dropkicked Dalton into the corner, and then he hit another dropkick into the corner, and then 1, 2, 3, that was it. So yeah, this match lasted for like, I don't know, like 15 seconds, if even that. So yeah, man, I was expecting like a banger of a match here, but no. But this was more so of an angle, so it did serve its purpose, because Dalton turned on the boys after the match. He beat him up, so yeah, and I guess Dalton turned heel after this. I'm not too sure. He did, I'm assuming, but yeah. Yeah, it is unfortunate. I thought this could have been, like I said, a real great match. match, but no, we will never know. And after that, we had for the Women of Honor World Championship, the champion Mayu Iwatani defended her title against Kelly Klein. And this match was okay. I expected better from these two. Because I know what Mayu is capable of. She's really good. And Kelly Klein, I haven't heard her name in years. So I was like, oh yeah, Kelly Klein. To be honest, I've never really seen much of her work, but I do remember like when she was like making waves in Ring of Honor, when she was like, you know, I knew that she was good. Yeah, but I don't know. This match has never really kicked into second gear. These girls tried, but I don't know. The chemistry just was not there, and the moves that they were executing just didn't have much impact. And there were a few botches here and there, so yeah, a bit disappointing. And next we had, well, it was supposed to be Juice Robinson versus Bully Ray, but Juice got taken out before the match, so it turned into Flip Gordon versus Bully Ray. But Silas Young and Shane Taylor interfered, but then Juice came back and Mark Haskins came with him, and then this turned into a New York City 6-man tag team street fight. So yeah, I had a lot of explaining to do there. And this match was a little fun, but very messy. It kind of felt like it dragged on at times. It didn't go on for that long, but it felt long at the same time, if you guys get what I mean. And the crowd, it was funny. At times the crowd, they seemed like they didn't know how to react because it was a lot of like setting up spots and then doing them. So yeah, this match was just messy, very, very, very messy match. But you know, it was for entertainment purposes. There was a lot of comedic elements here and there. So yeah, I guess it did its job. But yeah, just a very, very messy match. And next we had for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, the champion Taiji Ishimori defended his title against Bandito and Dragon Lee. And this was fun. I really enjoyed this. It was a tad bit short. I wish it would have gone on a bit longer. But yeah, awesome stuff here. And Bandito was awesome. I really need to watch more of his work. So yeah, if you guys have any Bandito matches that you guys want me to check out, please let me know in the comments down below. And then we had a championship versus championship 4-corner survival tag team match. That's where the team of Evil and Tanana versus Villain Enterprises versus GOD versus the Briscoes. And just like the last match, this was also a lot of fun. Very chaotic, lots of big moves hit. And PCO in this match get bored. I might have to call the police because Tamataka and Takaloa attempted to murder him. But as we all know, PCO can't die. So if you don't know what I'm referring to, so in this match, Tamatanga and Takaloa had PCO up before in a powerbomb position, but then they directed him towards the outside of the ring, like onto the floor while they were inside the ring, and thus they powerbombed him from the ring to the outside. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Like out loud, I actually said it out loud because I was like so shocked that they actually did that. I don't think I've ever seen anyone be powerbombed from the ring to the outside floor. I know I've seen it like through like a table or a ladder, but like actually on the mat outside, goodness sakes. But what was funny was that when they powerbombed PCO, he was down for a little bit and then he sat back up. Did you notice it? Like, hey, I'm still alive, and then he went back down. So that was a bit funny. But yeah, WWE hired attempted murderers in Takaloa and Tamatonga. But yeah, this match was a lot of fun. And after that, we had for the British Heavyweight Championship, the champion Zack Sabre Jr. defended his title against Hiroshi Tanahashi. And this this match was good, albeit a bit boring. That sounds kind of harsh for a Zack Sabre and Tanahashi match because these two have put on some great matches. I've seen a couple of them, but there was one I was looking at and another. I forgot what the other one was, but I remember really enjoying both matches, their matches. And this one might be my least favorite of the ones that I've seen so far, but it was still good. Just a bit slow on some parts, and the crowd was quiet. So yeah, but overall a good match. And next for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, we had the champion Tetsuya Naito defending his title against Kota Ibushi. And this was a great match, as expected. I think this might be the first time I've ever seen these two wrestle before, like against each other. So yeah, I need to go and seek out their other matches. I will say that there were a few awkward moments in this match. There was one botch, and then there was another really weird moment where Naito threw Ibushi into the barricade, but a security guard was standing there. I think he just reacted like at the last second, so he didn't really know like where to go, and so he crashed into Ibushi. And so Naito like got in his face and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I kind of felt bad for the security guard because it was just an accident. But Naito did come over and offer him a handshake, so that was cool for Naito to do. So yeah, but overall a really good match. And in the semi-main event, we had for the ROH World Championship a triple threat ladder match, as we had the champion Jay Lethal defending his title against Matt Taven and Marty's girl. Oof. And this match was disappointing, and it went on for very, very long. Actually, I feel like this ladder match stipulation should have been saved for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match instead. I feel like they would have had a way better match with this stipulation than these guys. But yeah, like, I don't know, there were just a lot of dead spots in this match. You know, just them like setting up ladder spots, and even for the spots they did in this match, I feel like I've seen them like 1,000 times before, so there really wasn't too much originality in this match. I mean, there were some unique spots, but very little. Yeah, and it was just, I don't know, it was just somewhat uninteresting overall. I don't know, I just couldn't really get into this match, which is a shame because I love ladder matches. It might be my favorite match type, I think. But yeah, very disappointing match. And Cage Match also agrees. Yeah, people on that site pretty much said the same things that I'm saying, so yeah, it's a shame. And in the main event for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, we had the champion Jay White defending his title against Kazuchika Okada. And this was great. Just like the last match, this went on for really long, but it was needed. I think this match deserved that time. And yeah, these two busted their asses in this match. Very back and forth. And yeah, Okada became champion once again, so I feel a good moment to close out the show. And yeah, really good match. And that will do it for my review of G1 Supercard 2019. And overall, this show was enjoyable, good, but a mixed bag. There were just some matches that just didn't click, and some that went on for way too long. But I did have fun with this show. I love the opener match. The four-way tag match was good. The triple threat IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match was great, and the main event was also really good. So yeah, very mixed bag show, but overall enjoyable. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 7.5, somewhere in that range, out of 10. So, yeah, oh, and by the way, if you're wondering why I review this show, this was actually recommended to me by a friend of mine to watch. Because I was asking, I was like, hey, what's a good New Japan show to watch? He said, this one. I was like, alright. So, yeah, in case you guys were wondering why I'm reviewing the show, that's it. And by the way, if you guys have any New Japan show recommendations for me, let me know in the comments down below, and I will watch it. I actually have like a full list on my phone of shows to watch. So yeah, definitely expect more New Japan shows coming up, review videos. So yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. As always, hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of G1 Supercard 2019 if you have seen it. And with all that being said, this has been the ASMR Fanatic signing